This is the start of my new comic overview series, in which I will go over the MLP comics and summarize the storylines issue by issue. Starting with the very first story, the return of Queen Chrysalis. The issue starts with the CMC once again trying to get their cutie marks, this time in zoology, in Fluttershy's backyard, which practically is a zoo on its own. They think about what in this jungle could earn them their cutie marks, when they notice the animals creepily glaring at them. The last thing we see of them is them screaming, "No!" while silhouettes of animal limbs reach out to them. Skip to the next day. We are back in town and Applejack is waking up Applebloom, who behaves unusual. She doesn't even is interested in the ideas of Applejack about how they could get their cutie marks. The same with Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo. They both behave unusual. Scootaloo doesn't even want to help out Rainbow Dash, and we all know that you always take opportunities to hang out with Rainbow Dash. She is awesome. Then the main six meet in town, and Twilight points out that every pony is behaving unusual, and not just the CMC. Chili didn't show up to school and the shop of the cakes wasn't even opened. Also, all of the ponies on the street are glaring at them, like the animals did at the Crusaders. Which is why Fluttershy suggests they go find a place to hide from the now aggressive crowd that's chasing them to their hiding spot, the library. Twilight figures out fast that it's gotta be another changeling invasion, and tries to get the info about that to Celestia. But I guess she has a form letter reply for when she can't accept the letter, for whatever reason, since exactly that is what comes back as a reply. She cannot accept the letter due to a royal emergency. So the princesses are unable to help, but the main six still want to do something. So Pinkie says they should play zombie to blend in with the changeling crowd, but not without showing us a creepy smile before she realizes that smiling would give them away. On their way through town, they find Derpy encaged in a cocoon with a changeling taking her form, and at least the changelings around there can be fooled by their zombie act. They continue their search for the kidnapped ponies and quickly find them, but they are protected by an army of Pinkie changelings. And so we go on to another defeat all the Pinkies scene, during which the real Pinkie gets her main style to Rarity's main style by, well, Rarity, to tell her apart from the changelings, and she absolutely looks fabulous. Of course, they are able to defeat the changelings. Even Fluttershy loses her temper for a second after Rainbow gets punched by a changeling and helps. And Rarity starts to blast them away while imagining that they are last year's outdated fashion. Of course, Pinkie overwhelms them with her party cannon. After chasing them away, they free the trapped ponies. But 3 fillies are still missing: Applebloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo. But then Spike suddenly burps out something that seems like a crystal ball, which turns out to be a magic communication device sent by Queen Chrysalis, who of course is behind this new changeling invasion. Applejack and Rarity angrily demand to know where their sisters are, and Applejack confirms during that Chrysalis is indeed a cheese horse. Swiss cheese to be exact. Chrysalis then shows them the trapped CMC, which quickly confirmed that they are indeed the real ones, with their conversation about getting their cutie marks and being filly-napped. Chrysalis herself acts like she doesn't even really want them there, so she sets a time limit of 3 days for the main six to get them from her changeling kingdom, which obviously is a trap. But Twilight is trying to figure out why Chrysalis chose exactly this time limit, when it suddenly becomes clear to her. The biggest celestial event in over 3,000 years will happen on exactly that day. the Secretariat Comet is passing through the Horsehead Nebula and passes over Equestria that day, which is considered a magical phenomenon which will affect every creature's magic. She also figures that that is the royal emergency that the sisters are preparing for. Even with this knowledge and the obvious trap, Applejack and Rarity convince every pony to go and save their sisters without trying again to get the princesses to help. Spike stays behind to keep trying to contact Celestia, while the main six go on a daring duel-like adventure quest. The last panel of this issue shows their silhouettes walking towards the sunset. This concludes the overview of the first issue of the IDW MLP comics. Let me know what you think about these videos, and until next time, fellow bronies, brony fellas, and bye!